Hello again. And I'm gonna get ready whilst I'm doing this. Theoretically, it's day 3. My name is Khalees and I've started my own radio show. Just in case you hadn't known. Again, still don't have a name, but I am a lot closer than I once was. The reason why I started a radio show is because I've always loved radio. I've always wanted to be on a radio show. I live and breathe music, and my dream job is basically to talk about music all day long. So I thought, why not take a step in that direction, take things into my own hands and do it for myself. Where we are at with that, I'm thinking to call it Le Norms, which is based on this thing. Le Norms is a mixture of my granddad's name and my grandmum's name. It's basically Leon and Norma put together. They had it in their house for as long as I've been alive, to be fair. It's obviously a special thing to me. It obviously means a lot to me, and as soon as my grandma passed and we had to get everything out of the house, that was the first thing I was like, yes, that's coming with me. It's also my tattoos, I don't know if you can see that. My grandparents mean a lot to me, to say the least. You know, they're kind of the structure of everything I believe in. I would very much like to build off of what was created by them. Maybe they didn't intend for it to be a radio show name, but I think if I was gonna name anything, I'd like it to be something that meant something to me. My other one was gonna be like Trexie, but that doesn't really mean much to me. I just need to start getting some assets together. Just need to start getting a logo put together. So that's kind of where I've got with that. I saw my friend Jordan, who is a photographer. I sat down with him because he's quite good at stuff visually, like taking pictures, videos, like those kind of things. So I kind of spoke to him and was like, oh, what do you think we could do as a looped video that plays whilst you can hear small snippets of the radio show? Because I was like, oh, I don't really have the means to record a full episode right now. I don't have a camera just yet. I don't really have a space other than here, which I wouldn't really want to do it here. Not that I don't like it, but it's just not what I would like the background to be like. I was basically saying to him that I don't really have a camera yet to basically film it. And he said, well, what I do have right now is the means to get the audio. Cut out certain parts of that and put a small visualizer that loops, so it's like at least a bit interesting and keeps people engaged whilst they're listening to stuff. Just running through a few ideas. One of the ones that he said, which I thought was quite cool, is going up an escalator and coming back down, and then that being like the loop. Or another one he said was going somewhere in a busy place, slowly zooming all the way in to where I am, and then zooming like really, really slowly back, and then that being a loop. And I was like, that sounds really cool too. And then we spoke about different cover ideas, a cover for each episode. I keep calling it an episode because I feel like this is, yes, a radio show, but it could also be a podcast. I guess it's kind of in the cross section of between a podcast and a radio, because yes, I will be playing music, but I'm also like largely going to be talking about the music that I'm playing. So I would consider that, well, a radio show, but you could also consider that a little bit podcasty because it's about talking. And I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the shoot that Aimee Leon Dior did.
Just put an end to my youth in a way, you know? Living through him, I've become more youthful, so it's like a two-pronged thing. So yeah, through my kids, I guess.
My family are everything to me, to be honest with you. I think this journey and this pathway that I've been on wouldn't have been possible without them.
I feel like I am the one that keeps it functioning, you know? I have final say. I'm the man of the house.
Love my family so much, but sometimes they frustrate me because they won't listen to me.
Like, it's the only thing, you know, that can make you feel everything at once.
When you jump in bed and it's kind of cold, but like
You just wriggle around
warm,
a
and you're
little
like,
bit.
what was that?
They basically got like Sloan and like Alhan. It was all shot at a bus stop. It stuck with me because I was like, this is really, really cool. I would like to kind of like base an idea off of that and shoot it kind of from like a bird's eye view. Visualizers, cover, and like a logo. Right now I'm trying to think of what logo could work. I've had to set myself a deadline because I know what I'm like, and if I don't do it, if I don't set myself a deadline, I'm just going to be willy-nilly. And the date idea I have that is not a date at all is going to theoretically get pushed back when I don't have what I need at a certain time. So now that I've got a concrete date to do it, it should help me move on track, basically. The date that I've set is 11/11, so it'll be the 11th of November. I have a plan to do the launch party. It's going to be like super intimate. Going to be probably like 20 of my closest friends, and basically just celebrate the launch of it. By that point, I should absolutely have a good handful of pre-recorded episodes. I mentioned in the day 2 video that I wanted to do an episode on love songs, and I've got that all set out now, which is good. I basically went onto Spotify, got this new thing like with folders, which I think is fucking brilliant. Created a folder, made my 3 playlists for sweet, soulful and spicy, and then I got the songs from all the songs that I put in those playlists, and now I just need to run it through Rekordbox and get that going. I think the next one I want to do is basically this idea I had where it's like music from people that I met online. There's so many people I've met either on Instagram, on TikTok, where we've connected over music, we've shared music, we have the same kind of network. Yeah, I'd like to go through that, or people that at least like I've met ages ago and now they're doing music and like all that kind of stuff. People I've met along the way basically. So I need to start kind of reaching out to them to get them to send over some music that I can play and kind of talk about that. I get into this way where it takes a lot for me to get up and doing things. And once I get into it, I'm fine and I'm doing it for ages, super energized by it. But that barrier in between doom scrolling and doing fucking nothing into being productive and like actually getting things moving. So yeah, I just find it really hard to get things going, especially after like a day of work where 1,000,001 things have been going on, and then I've got to like come back and do this thing. And I really don't want that to sound like I'm complaining, because I am absolutely not. Just noticed with myself that I really do need to push. Yeah, basically I just need to figure out what works best for me, figure out how I can help myself, which I'm getting closer to, because this means a lot to me. Like, to have the freedom to do this radio show and talk about what I want to talk about honestly means so much. This radio show will be taking weekend priority. Put it in my calendar, and that's about the most adult thing I've said in a long time. But the thing about me documenting this is to keep myself accountable. To make sure I am moving the needle, to make sure I am keeping up with things. I have a progress tracker as well, and it has a radio section on it, but it's also got other things on it that I do. And I've been planning an event. I thought that was a fantastic idea. One more fucking thing on my plate, but I'd like to run a night. Like, I'd love to run a night, and I think the first one being for my 25th birthday would, one, hopefully get more people in the fucking door, but two, I mean, like, to do an all night long set for my birthday of all the music that I like, yes, like, sign me up right now. Like, I think that would be fucking brilliant. Once I have the logo for the radio show, I will use it for the flyer and basically be like, Cabe's birthday, 25th, all night long. I will be promoting this on my radio show too. It kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, that's basically like the idea for both to basically work in tandem. So it's exciting and it's fun, it's scary and it's long, but I just would rather be spending my time doing things that I'm genuinely passionate about. So I just gotta find the time really, and find the time and the energy for it. Yeah, so that's that. That's about as much update as I can give. I'm going to record the Love Songs episode either today before I leave or on Monday when I come back. It's my good friends Jay and Clem's birthday, and we're all going to Lime Regis to basically celebrate. I need to go and get like balloons and stuff now. Anyways, that's basically the update. Things are ticking along. We're closer to the logo. We will get assets filmed either next weekend or the weekend after that. I'll have a few more episodes then. I'm planning to film one each weekend. I really want to get a t-shirt printed off. By the way, I started a radio show, and like at the launch party I'll get like a few printed off and get people to wear them so I can take pictures and stuff, which I think will be sick. There's also a guy who does like content videos of like basically talking to random people online. When he gets back into London, I'm going to propose an idea to him to basically be like, listen, I've started this radio show and I do want to basically promote it as much as I can to as many strangers as possible. And maybe we could do like a collab of like different short videos for like TikTok and whatnot. That's an idea that I'm going to propose. Or at least get one of my friends to come and do it on fucking like Carnaby Street or some bullshit. It's currently a one-man band, but you know, it takes a village, as they say. Love you guys. and stay tuned.